Chapter 846! Egg defense! What the fuck does that mean? Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Podcast. Man, it feels to me like it's been a million years since we did one of these. 2 weeks is a long time to wait for a new chapter of One Piece, especially when hot, hype shit is happening. So welcome, it's me, Best Guy, and that's Gibbo Man. I mean Hippo Man.
All these years,
same guy.
You still don't know.
I don't
on the
know
high
anything.
seas.
Yeah, that's right. All these years of scurvy and diarrhea and still don't know. Okay, so this was chapter 846 this week, and oh my god, I'm not even gonna contain myself. This chapter was fucking awesome.
It was very nice.
I'm every fucking time I'm blown away more and more that it can deliver on this shit. And to be honest, it's a little. It's like Oda has taken like 20 years to like line up his shot just right, and now he's taken the swing, and of course he's knocking it out of the fucking park, because what else would you expect? But, oh god, it feels so good. It feels so good to get this kind of fucking information. And, like, the other scenes in this chapter felt so, like, visceral and real. I'm talking about, like, the fight at the beginning. Oh, so fucking awesome. Okay,
all right,
so let's
start
get
at the beginning with the
right.
fighting of Nami and Luffy and the whole fucking
I like
army.
that we've got this thing where I just freak out at the beginning, and then you take it and are like, all right, let's fucking get down to this. Okay, please, go ahead.
So obviously Luffy's beaten a lot of the simple chess guys in the beginning, and then we get to see a few of the powers that are being used by some of the people, and Nami using the what are they called, Zeus and not Poseidon.
Yeah, Poseidon. No, not Poseidon. Zeus and Prometheus.
They're using the
fire
lightning
sun boy.
thunderclouds against them, which is pretty cool. I think
Yeah,
I might have thought about that already, but I don't remember.
I was a little. I was wondering for a second when I read that, like, am I okay that they just kind of skipped that whole fight? And then I realized, yes, 100%, totally, absolutely fine with it. Because first of all, I mean, we saw a tiny bit of it, like in the video screen when Sanji was, agreeing to marry Pudding last chapter. I think that was last chapter.
Was that a video screen?
Fuck, you're right. You're right. It was just me thinking in weird manga panel terms. No, I was just cutting to it. So that when it's like animated, that'll be a cool way to show what Luffy's doing. But regardless, I love the fact that we just cut to like Luffy having lost. Like all like the fodder dudes, the chess homies have been wrecked, but like not a single one of the commander guys is like hurt at all. And they're all they're fucked up.
It's really nice that it's like it's a battle where there's really powerful guys fighting at the same time together.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't really happen in a lot of shows. It's usually like they pair off.
Shit's like Marineford right now.
Yeah, like one guy against another who will win, but this time it's like Luffy has no chance. There's no reason for them to fight one-on-one. They just beat the shit out of him with all their different powers.
Like, really, there's no reason to even say it's kind of like Marineford, because, like, these guys, all these people are, like, definitely of the level of, like, all of Whitebeard's, division commanders. Like, this is them, and they're, fighting Luffy right now, and those guys are way stronger than Luffy then, and they're maybe, like, ganging up on Luffy. He obviously can't beat, like, all of them. Yeah. And like each of them, we got to see a little bit more what they can do. First of all, I didn't know what that girl with like the big black poofy cape thing was doing at first, but I looked it up. She's like the Minister of Butter, and I saw that Nami's was like bound up. Her hands were like tied with some liquid thing. So that girl is just fucking lubing up Nami's whole body. She was covered in, oh yes. She made her a real butter face.
So is she like a butter bender or something?
Well, okay, we don't actually know that it was butter.
I mean, it's probably butter.
It's probably butter.
I mean, the fact that the guy's cream...
She could just be a fucking power butter churner, and then her power is like an unrelated, just slime fruit. It's possible. We don't know what was going on. It was probably butter.
I think the fact that the cream guy... is cream burns you. I think that...
Yeah, like the sweetness. He said like the sweetness burns you. It was weird.
Yeah. I mean...
I would have kind of got that if it was like salt, I think, because I think you can get like salt burns by like dehydration sort of thing, but I don't get it with sugar with like sweetness. But like Luffy was clearly like burning, I think. from the sweetness of the cream. I don't quite understand what was going on
it's
there.
definitely not just normal cream or butter that they're using.
Yeah, or they've got, like, Biscuit had some, or Cracker had some advanced level biscuit tech.
Yeah.
So I assume it's, like, a similar sort of thing.
So on the next page, we see the lady with the huge sword, she's very cool. She sliced that tree right down the middle.
Lady Amande, like, is the coolest fucking character I've ever seen in my entire fucking life! She's so awesome. She King Bomb, their big tree buddy, is just like, oh god, I'm sorry, they made me do it. And she's just like, she just fucking looks him in his fucking eyes and is like, I'm going to inflict as much fucking pain on you as possible. Killing you instantly would be too good for you. And she just does this like slow cut, just slicing him down the fucking middle slowly as he screams in pain. And she's, oh god, she's so awesome. I love the juxtaposition of like how fucking brutal she is with like how goofy her design is, and she's so fucking intimidating. Oh my god, I can't. She's an A+ design. I love her so much.
It's gotten to the point with Oda's
much.
design where the goofier they are, the more badass they seem, because it's never like actually a goofy character that has a goofy design. I mean, all the characters are kind of goofy. But like
the fact that she kicks that much ass with a hat that wide is so fucking cool to me. Oh my god, I love it! I'm freaking out.
I love her eyes as well, and her little cigarette there.
Oh god, everything about her design is fucking perfect. I love her so much. She's so classy. She's so fucking classy. I can't put it.
And she's not the only really classy,
hot,
cool girl in this chapter.
I know. We see another one later, which is also fucking awesome.
Then we got the guy writing books, and these weird laughing, long-headed, I don't know what they are. I guess there's minions or something.
Oh yeah. It was weird. Those guys said like they did like an attack. I'll look it up. It was like Cream Punch or something. So
no, not
they
those
look
guys.
like the Cream guy.
You see the guy with the books? He's got these little laughing, tall-headed things on the.
You mean on his head?
Top left.
Which page?
The page where the guy who is standing on books, right? There's a top left.
I see him.
There's these laughing things.
Oh, the neck guys, the weird neck guys. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck was up with them. They were
just sort of laughing
freaks.
when the book stuff happened. I guess, I don't know. I don't see.
They were highlighted a little bit. I don't know who the fuck they are. Maybe we'll see more of them later. But yeah, like book guy traps Luffy in book world, and then he got punched. But like, Luffy was getting the shit kicked out of him. This is just the whole thing about this scene.
Kicked out of him.
Before I move on, I just want to say about Lady Amande, another thing that was awesome about her was that she specifically said, like, the name of her sword. I forget the word, but it's like that
Meito?
thing. Yeah, Meito, and then it was like a name that means white fish, and like it's got a cute little white fish guard as the hand guard.
It's got little
but
scales.
Yeah, it's hilarious. But that sword, Meito, like, that's Zoro's thing. Like, Zoro's got, he's had several of those, like, legendary super swords, and that's what, Mihawk has. I mean, Vista hasn't said the name of his swords, but maybe he has them too. But, like this is putting her in the same league as, like, Mihawk and Zoro. So, like, she's a legit swordsman with, like, one of these god-level swords. So, like, that's just another cool, like, piece of the One Piece world inserted into this character
somebody that
who I
Zoro
love.
would have to beat if he wants to be the best.
Yeah, plus, like, last chapter, I think they talked about, like they were hyping up, like, oh, goddamn, this bitch is, like, they're sending out, like, the heavy hitters of Big Mom's crew to go fuck up Luffy. And that's the thing. This fucking chapter, or this section, Luffy is just getting fucking devastated by the crew. He gets punched and he gets beaten up, and he can't do shit.
He's no time to react or understand these powers. He's just, getting the full force of them, and he gets captured. And it's like... First of all, it's what I thought would happen. He gets captured.
Yeah, and, we agreed on that.
But that
it was watching Luffy be dragged away. Like, no, I want to stay. Like, don't take. And that guy just fucking curb stomps him and then just picks him up. It's like, oh my god, this is fucking rape. This is brutal. But it's so good because it's showing how powerful Big Mom's crew is. Like, if anything, it's making Luffy look like really fucking weak. He looks like he can't do shit. But
you
he
could
did
argue
just
that...
fight Cracker for 24 hours. So like, it's kind of understandable.
And then Sanji, but I don't know. I don't think even at full power he could have beaten all of them. He might have been able to beat a couple of them potentially. Yeah. But like he would have gotten like taken over eventually.
Yeah, there was this. This is a wall of like god tier, or like highest tier fighters right now. Luffy going up against. I wouldn't want him to beat him, and the fact that they're like totally unscathed it just makes me think they're all such fucking badasses. And oh god, and this is another thing that makes me love her so much. Fucking gangster ass Lady Amande just fucking walks up to Nami, rips open her fucking dress, like flopping her tits out, and just pulls out that fucking Vivre card. She is the baddest motherfucker in all of One Piece. She's the best character in the entire fucking series. I'm not even joking right now. I love her so much. And the fact that she's like the hardest badass in Big Mom's crew, and she's also like an elegant lady, and has the fucking big ass hat. Forget the long sword. I'm all about that hat.
I kind of love the long hat combined
so
with
much.
the bowling pin sort of head neck.
Her tight. Yeah.
Sort of if you look at her head, it's sort of like a bowling pin. And it goes,
she's
and her neck's
super
really
lanky
long.
and like a. I just 10 out of fucking 10 on this character. All right.
Yeah.
I gotta get it together. So anyway,
so
so she has now
she
pulled
has
out
now the Vivre card. They know that she has it. And now we get a little bit of a glimpse of what people think of Lola.
Right.
So they called her a little runaway. And that's all really. It's the only thing we really know. But they're all like surprised that holy shit, Lola! Like, whoa, I haven't heard of her in a long time. And
it was interesting. I was interested to see what their what their reaction to be to Lola was, because I kind of thought that it would be like she was really important to them, and the fact that they had her Vivre card would like be really significant in some way, and maybe it will to Big Mom. Like these guys didn't react to that strongly.
They didn't really react like, oh my god, it's like Lola, the very important person. I mean, they know she's an important person.
The one person did say like, oh, what were her last words? Like, yeah, that's pretty emotional. That's powerful.
Yeah, but I think the one bubble, like, holy crap, did that little runaway get herself killed? Is like,
yeah,
there's an air of like, what's the word, like dismissiveness about that. Like that fucking brat. What does she do now?
I guess that's true. I'm looking at Bobbin's face, who's the one who said that, and he's got some genuine distress on his face. I think he's just confused, and he's like, "Oh God, maybe she died." I get the feeling that these guys legitimately care about her, though.
I mean, I'm not saying that she was like, there's any like indication that she was hated or anything.
Yeah. God, this fucking beatdown in the rain, with Luffy getting just fucking decimated at the end. It's such an emotional scene, and we've set up all these awesome characters, and now we get this. This is like Oda, as he always does. I know that he spent like weeks, days, months, whatever, like coming up with all these characters, and then like this chapter, he got to just like lay it all out, like what he's been cooking up for each of these guys. Oh God, what an artist! What a fucking artist! I love it. And his fucking medium is shonen manga. And it's so good. It's so fucking great.
So Nami says that it was from Lola and it was a gift. And they were told, we find out that they were to be captured alive. So that gives us a bit of an idea as to what Big Mom would probably want. Like you can see in the next scene. Big Mom she doesn't really care too much about killing everybody. I mean, as long as everything goes her way, she'll be fine.
Now, see, this was kind of an issue for me, because, Big Mom explicitly states, there's a whole panel where she does, like, a rundown of, like, all the beef they've had with her. Like, okay, they ate all the fucking candy on Fishman Island, and Luffy challenged her. They snuck in here, they're trying to fucking steal you, and I think there was, like, something else. But, like, she goes over it all, and then is like, yeah, okay, we'll forget about all of that, if you just agree to stay, and like if Sanji, who she's talking to, agrees to just marry her, make their shit work out and everything will be fine. I feel like it's almost like Oda's trying to get away from that stuff, like he's just trying to push that away, because I've been waiting to see Big Mom like do something with that when they finally meet her, and I'll be disappointed if it's not relevant when Luffy finally comes face to face with her.
Yeah. My prediction that they might be an alliance between Big Mom and the Straw Hats is getting less and less likely. I don't think it's going to go that way. I think the most likely thing is that they're going to find a way to just escape. Like they're just going to run away, and then she's going to be chasing after them in some way.
I don't agree. I don't necessarily, and this will be interesting to see which of us turns out to be right in the end. I mean, this chapter actually is making me like all the Big Mom pirates more. Like, seeing them actually care about Lola, and seeing Big Mom, like, being a reasonable person, or like, more than reasonable, being, like, just nice, and, like, doing things for Sanji. Like, yeah, I'll let your friends go, no worries. Like, I'll put all the past transgressions behind me. I'll let them go if you just agree to work with me. They're being, like, generally decent people right now, and,
Wait, no, I completely take that back. I didn't actually mean that.
Oh, okay. I think I don't know if Big Mom would actually ally herself, like, formally, because she's a bit out of Luffy's league.
Like,
I think they'll have a truce sort of thing at the end. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's weird, because I hadn't read this in a few hours, so I've kind of forgotten what my original thoughts were, but, like, going over the whole, like, thing with the Poneglyph and the fact that there was Brook and Pedro, they were planning to steal it, had in my mind, like, they're going to steal it. They're not going to get, if they get away with it, Luffy and the rest are going to get in trouble. They're not going to be able to be allies. So I don't know really how those two things can, like, happen. Either they get the Poneglyph and escape, or something else happens and they're sort of allies against Kaido or something.
Yeah, if they end up allies and are just, like, able to get a copy of the Poneglyph, it'll kind of make Pedro and Brooke's mission totally meaningless and
that's what
pointless.
I don't want. I kind of want them to have, like, a really
happen.
cool heist moment, because this is what I've been waiting for.
Well, I'll tell you, I would prefer
Brooke,
that narratively. I want that to happen, but I do think that a sort of alliance is more likely. But we'll see what turns out to be true. We can't say for sure yet.
Yeah, so Sanji's
like, fuck yeah!
Yeah, he's like, everything's gonna work out. He has no faith that Luffy will defeat the whole Big Mom's crew.
God, look at Big Mom smile. She's just sincerely happy about eating fucking cake, watching her daughter get married, and allying with one of the greatest military forces in the world so she can take over the fucking planet. It's just a real sweetheart of a lady right there. But I love the way her, like, when she looks mad, her hat looks mad. And then when she's real happy, her hat's happy. It's the cutest.
It's very noticeable here, where she's, like, leaning over, like, all these fucking things, and he's, like, the little skulls going, eh?
She's cute. Yeah. And the hat. I like him. And that's pretty much it for that scene.
Yeah, so then we get into the big old, what is this? Like, the wedding room?
Jesus!
The reception room, the big old ceremony place. Where they got the Poneglyphs on display, and Baron is given the rundown of all the information to this new person who's going to be defending it.
This is the one. This is the fucking moment. This is the one I've been waiting for 15 fucking years of reading the series, that people have been waiting 20 years, and all of One Piece's runtime. Okay, it's not like we've explained all the mysteries right now, but, well, okay, to be fair, I think Poneglyphs were only introduced in Alabasta. I think at the end of Alabasta. So whatever, like, probably like 15 years at this point, but whatever. So, oh god. Oh, okay, so we went and we both did research, because there's a ton of information that is fucking critical.
You did research, right?
I was going to give you credit, but yeah, okay, it was me.
You do so much research that I don't even have to. It's great.
That's true. I'm glad to be of assistance. Okay, so let me go over it real quick. So, Baron Tamago is laying on the line for these folks. So, okay, they have the Big Mom Pirates 3 poneglyphs gathered in this one room. And by the way, just the visual image of seeing 3 poneglyphs together in one room, I have been conditioned over 15 fucking years, maybe 16 at this point, I don't know, of reading this fucking series to think that when a poneglyph shows up, it's a huge fucking deal. So the visual, emotional pathos of seeing 3 in one room not only makes me just, like, shocked and be like, oh my, the stakes are, like, so fucking high right now. One Piece is really ramping up. It also makes me think about how fucking powerful the Big Mom Pirates are. So that's a twofer right there. But anyway, so the details, oh my god, these fucking details. So he lays out, first of all, this is really important. He just says there are 30 poneglyphs. That's a confirm. Put that number on the fucking board. There are 30 total poneglyphs. And I'm sure Oda... Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure Oda came to that number, like, calculating, because it hasn't been addressed yet, and he, like, calculated how many they've seen so far, what's, like, a reasonable number to have out there, how many more... I'm sure he's planned out, like, how many more the Straw Hats are going to see before the end of the series. Give or take a couple.
I just want to say that just one image of all 30 of them there with, like, the road poneglyphs there and the Rio.
Yep.
It makes me want to have, like, like a little collectible thing where you can buy like a little poneglyphs and have them on your desk. Like I got all 30 of them, and they have all individual writing, but you can't read it, obviously. That'll be cute. I really want that.
Would be adorable. I would love that. Okay, so let's just for the sake of everybody reading, I did some research, so I'm about to lay it on the line for you, what it all fucking means with the poneglyphs. Okay, so here we go. So if you're reading the thing, it's on page 15 or whatever, if you're reading on Manga Stream. So the poneglyphs, right? So there's 30 of them. 4 of them, as we saw, or as we learned in Wano, are the red road poneglyphs. And those 4 have the role of pointing to the way that you get to Raftel. I don't remember if it exactly points to Raftel or if they give you the path to Raftel, but ultimately it's the same thing. You have to get those 4 to get to Raftel. And then there's 9 Rio poneglyphs. And what the Rio poneglyphs are the, I believe they're, correct me if I'm wrong, Gib, but they're the true history of the world. If you collect them all, you learn I believe the secrets of the ancient kingdom from 800 years ago.
And the rest are just sort of like some other shit.
Miscellaneous. So I thought it would be fun, and we can do this fairly quickly, to just go over every poneglyph that we have seen thus far in the series. Oh, it's such fun. This is, I was putting together a list, but I thought we'd just read off the wiki. And this, oh god, it feels so good to like go over all the things that I feel like we've achieved as an audience by getting to the point where we've seen these poneglyphs. Okay, so here we go. So first of all, so get ready for this shit, people. There's like 10 of them or something. So the first one, I'm just going from the list on the One Piece wiki, is the Ohhara poneglyph. This isn't in chronological order of ones we see in the series. This is sort of categorized by their role in the story, what type of poneglyph they are. So first are some miscellaneous sorts of ones. So the Ohhara poneglyph is from, of course, Robin's home island in West Blue of Ohhara. And that contained information about the Void Century, including apparently the name of that civilization, though unfortunately Professor Clover was killed before he could say what that is, and will probably be relevant, extremely relevant at some point, because he was killed right before he was about to say that shit by the Gorosei themselves via Marine proxy, CP9 proxy. Okay, so that's number 1. Second, the Ryugu Palace. Sorry, it's not in the palace. It's the Ryugu Kingdom poneglyph that we saw in Fishman Island that Robin found and read. And that one was it was an apology letter written by Joy Boy. Wait, sorry, you know what? Real quick, before I go any further in this, I just wanted to say, because that's relevant to this one, I just wanted to touch on, I went and I did the research. I've been bad about this, but I went and read everything that I need to know about the origin of the poneglyphs that we learned in the Zoe, elephant arc thing with the animal boys, because I had totally forgotten that. So just to recap everybody so you remember, because Gabe, you probably forgot this because I know I did. The poneglyphs were etched. Their stone was etched by the workmen of the Kozuki clan, which is Momonosuke's clan, that he is the head of now that his dad was killed. So, and his dad was given the secrets of how to read and write in the language of the poneglyphs. So those guys know. Now, Momonosuke doesn't know because his dad died before he had a chance to pass it on. And by the way, just as a refresher, that guy, Oden, I believe Oden Kozuki, was a member of Gold Roger's crew who went with him to discover the secrets of the world and learned the true history of the world via collecting all the Rio poneglyphs with Gold Roger and the rest. And I bet Buggy and Shanks were there too, but for some reason they don't bring it up very often. Why the fuck doesn't Buggy leverage that for money or something? Whatever, it doesn't matter. So yeah, just as a refresher, the Kozuki clan, that was their role. They're the ones who made these things. And so they were commissioned by that destroyed ancient kingdom 800 years ago to make the damn thing. So that's the backstory of them. So we already talked about the Ohhara one. And the second one, the Ryugu one, is particularly fascinating to me because all of these were made at the same time, presumably right before the ancient kingdom was about to be destroyed. And you'd think that they would all be for the same purpose of like preserving that nation's history. But with the one in the Ryugu Kingdom, that one was specifically, it was a apology letter, as Robin said, by this guy Joy Boy for failing to deliver on his promise to the Fishman Kingdom of using Noah's Ark, that underwater Noah Ark that we all know will be relevant at the end of the series, probably, to bring Fishman Island to the surface when Marie Joa is destroyed by the ancient weapon. This is the theory, people, and that Luffy will destroy Fishman Kingdom and the with an ancient weapon.
The killing of the destroying of the king. I forgot about that.
Yeah, this is all, man, there's so much shit. This is like the deep shit of One Piece. So remember, Madame Shirley, Arlong's sister, the hottest shark mermaid in the fucking world. I want her to bite my dick with those razor-sharp teeth. She has 100% accurate predictions all the time. She runs Mermaid Cafe, by the way. She's such a fucking hot bitch. Has 100% accurate predictions every single time, and she predicted Luffy will destroy Fishman Island. She's never wrong. So it's going to happen at the end of the series. This is the theory, with some sort of ancient weapon that Luffy finds at Raftel, probably, and will blow it up, so he will destroy it, but the Ark, Noah's Ark, will be used to save the Fishmen people, bring them to the surface, because remember, people, the Fishman Island is directly below, under the red line, Marie Joa, which is on the top of the red line. So it will destroy both of those things at once. By the way, in the process, creating all blue to thus fulfill Sanji's dream as well. So it's going to be this whole big fucking thing.
That's a pretty cool theory.
It's a fantastic theory, and it's almost like R plus J equals L, or what, like the Game of Thrones one that turned out to be entirely true. It's so good that I think it has... Like, we know Luffy's going to destroy Fishman Island. There's no question about it. So it's about how to justify that, and this is one that makes a lot of sense. Okay, but anyway, my whole point in that story was just that it's interesting that the Ancient Kingdom, who made the Poneglyphs all at once, remember, right before they were destroyed by the collection of nations that would go on to become the world government, one of the Poneglyphs they chose to make was this apology letter from Joy Boy to the people of Fishman Island. So, like, why would they choose to do that? They must have been related in some way. I don't know, but it's fucking fascinating, and we'll find out one day when we get to fucking the end of the series. Okay, so that's only number 2. The rest will go faster. The next one. Okay, this is a new category of poneglyphs. These are like instructional poneglyphs. So the one in Alabasta that Robin was fucking almost killed around. You know, when Crocodile and Luffy fought, Robin was there. That's where that one was. And that one tells the location of Pluton, the weapon of mass destruction that Crocodile was looking for. That's where it was, in Alabasta, in the Tomb of the Kings. Okay, next, the Shandora ruins that had been on the ground, but had been lifted into the sky in the City of Gold by the Knock-Up Stream and are now in Skypiea. That one, fuck, what does it do? I actually don't remember what this one does, so I'm just reading the thing.
All I remember about that one was Roger wrote in it, didn't he?
Right. The amazing thing about that was that that's where, and it kind of overshadowed her finding it, was that's where we learned that Luffy, that Gold Roger fucking knew the language. Oh, that was another thing I wanted to talk about with this, because remember how I just said that, the Kozuki clan, Oden Kozuki, was part of Gold Roger's crew, at least for some amount of time, and he knew how to read and... Goodbye.
Yo-ho.
This is kind of a deflating thing, because remember how Rayleigh answered Robin's question when they met him at Shabodi Archipelago? Like, how the fuck did Gold Roger, like, read and write in poneglyph language? And he said that Roger could, like, hear the voice of all things. Well, okay, but now that we know, as a matter of fact, that he had in his crew a guy who could just read and write in poneglyph language...
Well,
it seems more likely that just happened.
It is more likely, but I think that whole thing with he can feel, and I think that's like a power that some people possess. It seems like Momonosuke also has that power, and he's going to grow to be like a really important person.
And you know who else has that power?
Communicate with everyone, because he talked to that giant mammoth guy. You know
that's right.
He talked to Zoe. He could hear him.
I totally forgot. Was that Momonosuke who did that?
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, okay, you're totally right. And by the way, Luffy has also done that, because if you recall, during the end of Fishman Island, when Shirahoshi summoned because she's Poseidon, when she summoned all the Sea Kings to, lift the Ark so it didn't crush Fishman Island, like, Luffy could sort of communicate with them a little, like, he heard their voices himself, which was, obviously related to the whole thing about how Gold Roger could do that, because Luffy's like, Gold Roger 2.0. And
I feel like there was a moment where when Momonosuke was communicating with the big elephant. I forgot his name. Was the elephant called Zoe?
I'm gonna call it. So it might have another name. I'm gonna. You keep going. I'm gonna look it up while you say it.
But Luffy, he noticed that
there
was
it's
something.
Zunisha. That's its name.
He noticed Momonosuke was communicating, but he couldn't hear the elephant. So it was like,
True.
His power of hearing the voices of all things is better than what I had.
You know? It's a little funny. Like Luffy, like Gold Roger's got this power. It's kind of deflated now because we know Kozuki guys. So maybe he couldn't actually write in Poneglyph language. Maybe he could. I don't know. And then Luffy had this power, but Momonosuke's got it even better. He can hear even more guys. It's power stack. It's like power level creep for who can hear the most shit. I don't know what's going on.
He's like Goten, you know?
Yeah.
The smallest.
How he could just go Super Saiyan as a
Super
fucking
Saiyan
baby.
3 as a little boy.
Yeah. That was too far. Too fucking far. Okay. Well, in any case, it wasn't okay. So it just wasn't addressed like what information was in the Shandora Skypiea Poneglyph. So okay, forget that one.
I think that it was just something that wasn't that interesting, but the like Robin said, like it's just no, it's not an important one. And then she noticed Roger's handwriting.
Yeah,
so Roger was here or whatever.
I kind of wish I'd done more research because now I'm just looking at this one, and like the next one is a Shandora Golden Belfry Poneglyph. So
that's the one where Roger was.
That's the one where Robin had written. Yeah, and it says, I'm just reading it now. The Shandora Golden Belfry, it revealed to Robin another dark secret. It spoke of how... Oh, okay, here we go. It spoke of how to locate Poseidon. So, okay. So, did Robin know all along, like, that the fucking Fishman princess was Poseidon and just didn't mention it to anybody?
Well, it might not have told them what it was.
True, it was probably cryptic. It was probably fucking cryptic. Because these guys are all about being cryptic and wasting everyone's fucking time. Okay, so the next ones are the two road poneglyphs. So one, of course, on Zou inside the whale tree, protected by the mink tribe. And the second road poneglyph is, and they're both red. Remember, that's their thing. They're cool guys. They're red guys instead of like the blue, like the dark blue normal color. The other one is, of course, right here in Big Mom's Chateau. Let's see here.
Is there any more ones
mentioned? We do know for a fact, I read this too, that the other road poneglyph is in possession of Kaido right now. And if you forget, dear readers, Kaido is occupying Wano Kuni, or, Wano, where Momonosuke is from. So I'm going to bet biscuits to burgers that it's on that country somewhere. So when they go there, they do the whole Wano thing. That's going to be that shit. And by the way, reading those chapters again, I'm fucking hyped for Wano. It's going to be dope. It's going to be sick. It's going to be nasty,
Japanese.
Man. It's going to be super Japanese, and I can't wait. Okay, and there
is
was...
there any indication of where the fourth one is?
No, it has not been addressed. It's completely a mystery right now.
I see.
Which I'm glad. I want there to be things I don't know what the fuck's going to happen in the future. But man, like, once they find that fourth, it's like time to fucking motor to the end of the series. I don't want it to come that fast. Take your time, Oda. Take your time.
No, don't take your time.
Take your time,
been going
damn it.
20 years.
I want 50 years. I want 1,000 years of One Piece. Keep going forever. It's about the journey, not the destination, you fucking hack. Okay, here's one that I think is anime only. Wait, hang on. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, this is legit. So when Robin was a teenager, or a preteen, she found a poneglyph in a wooden area. Its location and information is not revealed. So that, it says it was in the manga. I think it wasn't filler. So, okay, let's just assume that one's legit. There is one in the coastal ruins. Oh, right. There was one that Jinbei found with Wadatsumi and gave to Big Mom. So that's, boom, there you go. They brought one to Big Mom. Yeah, and it's probably one of the two in their room now. And then there's just the other one that Big Mom has. So Big Mom's got those two plain ones that we don't know what the fuck they say. And then there's the road poneglyph. Okay, and there you go. That is the complete list of all the poneglyphs that have been revealed thus far. And they are some of the most fucking fascinating things about the whole series. I love One Piece. That's it. I really do.
Yeah.
It feels so good for Oda to take the time to sculpt this narrative that is great. Every chapter, like fucking, you get a lady like Lady Amande is introduced, and I fucking love her, and she's the coolest character in the whole fucking series. And then also, there's like these things that have been built up for a fucking 1,000 billion chapters, and we're getting answers, and we're getting clues, and we're feeling this steady progression towards the end. Everything that's happening is for a purpose, and is meaningful, and is leading towards the ultimate goal. But we don't forget to enjoy the journey and focus too much on the destination. Oh, it's perfect.
That's what One Piece is all about.
Oh, I love it so much. Oh, it's the best. It's the fucking best. Yeah. Okay. So Okay. So that's it. So we're done with Poneglyphs. And then we meet a new character. Gib, please introduce us.
Yes, she is. Starts off by accosting and twisting and squeezing the juice out of this young lady.
And by the way, there was a little heart, so I think she was loving it.
Yeah.
Like a McDonald's hamburglar.
Yep, it's Charlotte Smoothie, the Minister of Juice. One of the
She's
big
a big bitch.
Big mamas.
One of the big... She is a big mama. She's huge, and her design is crazy, and she just drinks bitches. She just fucking squeezes them, and she drinks them. She ate the juice fruit, probably. Oh, God, I love her. And she literally makes smoothies out of people. It's awesome.
Yeah, and she's got a huge bounty, like almost 1 billion.
Yeah, almost fucking just like a little bit below Jack, who's had the highest thus far. Oh, wait, what was Crackers? Wait, keep going. I'm going to Google it real quick.
But yeah, she, I love her funny, weird shoes and hat.
Me too.
So yeah, she's like, okay, sure, whatever, Poneglyphs. I'm gonna help defend it, and
Dude,
whatever.
fucking Crackers only got fucking, like, 860 million. She's at 932. Yeah. She's fucking bigger than, she's a better boy than Cracker Boy. She's fucking top bitch in the shelf. Oh my God, I love her.
I wonder who could win in a battle of
she's sexual.
Removing liquid.
I like
her and Crocodile.
Well, I'll tell you who could win. You talk about removing liquid. I'm your man. This lady can remove some liquid from me. I will not protest. She's got only my dick though. Yeah. Anyway, there. She's great. I love her weird hats. I love all these weird gems on her. Ah, she's so cool. She's so awesome. I can't wait to see her do shit.
Yes.
And I love how like that lady's just like dead on the floor in the background. Just like
she's twitching, so I think
she loved it though. She loved it for sure.
Yeah,
she's into that shit.
She just needs a drink of water.
Yeah.
So then we get a bit of talking about Pedro and Peckham's, and I'm not really sure what. I can't really remember what happened when he got caught.
It was real simple. It was just they remembered that like Pedro had snuck into their shit. They called Pedro, by the way, like a captain. So I guess he was like captain of his crew or something. At least I think
the former pirate captain and Poneglyph thief.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
Pedro. So Pedro's like hot shit, I guess, or at least tried to. And was just spared due to PCOMs. Man, look at this shit that's happening right now. Even now, when PCOMs is like seemingly dead or like totally irrelevant, they're still characterizing fucking PCOMs, even though he's like almost an irrelevant character. This is what like no other series does. They're still like building the world. All this richness is like being drawn out through all these fucking character interactions. It's so good. It's so good.
it's like he's that meme of that guy holding too many things, but
the limes guy. Why can't I hold all these limes?
Yeah, but instead of dropping them, he's holding them, and he's getting more put on. He's just holding so many limes.
He's juggling them, just fucking going. Oh, It's beautiful. It's a beautiful chaotic mess that always works perfectly. So yeah, go. All right, so go on.
Brook hears this because he's a skeleton ghost through the wall.
Yes, he is.
And then he comes and tells Pedro, and they know that they're hatching a plan. They realize that they're never really gonna get another chance at stealing the Poneglyph, so they have to do it now. And they're all cool with their sunglasses, and they're gonna do something. I really hope it's really cool.
Pedro's gonna take the bait. Yeah, these guys are cool cucumbers right now. Oh, and by the way, I almost forgot. I was just gonna say that when I was rereading those chapters about on Zoe, like they went through a lot of detail. Like Oda specifically pointed out like a technique of like, oh, why would anyone just steal a whole poneglyph? It's way easier just to like make an imprint and steal that. So like, I feel like he wouldn't have set that all up if that wasn't exactly what they're going to try to do here, and just like make a copy of it and then bring that to Robin. So we'll see if they do that or not.
Well, did they explain a reason why they can't have a copy of it?
Well, it's just hard to get to. It's under heavy guard, that's all. It's like the way that Pedro had been talking before. I don't know if you felt the same, but like it seemed like he was implying they were going to like steal the thing. And like it's really big though, it's really heavy. So it'd be a lot easier just to steal like the information. So, maybe I was just being dense and that's what he meant all along. But that seems to be the implication.
Either if they can just take the information, then whatever. But I feel like if they have to have the physical thing, then there might be something inside the road poneglyphs that lead to the thing. Like it could be some kind of contraption in there.
Okay, I mean, whatever it is,
all four of them together.
Whatever it is, well, I don't know if they gather. Okay, but whatever it is, like Roger had to do it too. So whatever, it can't be like that they crack them open because like Roger would have done that and then they would have been cracked and they ain't cracked. They're fine. But yeah, I mean maybe you do have to do something with it together. I kind of feel like that's not likely because I don't get the sense that like the road poneglyph in like Whale Castle or like Whale Keep or Whale Tree or whatever on Zoe has moved out of there anytime recently in like the last 20 years or whenever whenever Roger did his shit. I get the sense that like you just need the information from them, so making a copy would be fine. But I mean, we don't know. But I really hope they don't forget to make copies of the other poneglyphs because that'll make Robin sad if she doesn't know what the info. And I want Robin to be happy because she's my wife.
It could be like you have to line them up in a certain way and then look at them from a distance, like, oh, line them up, and then you like, there it is.
What if they're just like a 3D image puzzle, and you have to squint at them, and you have to cross your eyes and get it to pop out, and it says like, "It's not real, you fucking idiot! I tricked you, haha!"
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's Whitebeard's face giving you a big middle finger and sticking out his tongue. I goofed you
with a troll face.
Yeah, that's an image. That's
good
an
old
image.
Whitebeard. He's dead.
He's dead and doesn't have a beard. He betrayed us all. All right. Well. Oh God. This is a fucking best chapter of all time. It had so much great information. Like the emotional pathos of watching Luffy get devastated. Like we didn't even really talk that much about like how. So Luffy has been defeated. Like that's a big deal. Luffy got the shit kicked out of him and is like imprisoned now by the enemy. And frankly, I would have done a little bit. I think I would have preferred if Oda hadn't just said like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt him." If Big Mom wasn't just like, "I'm not gonna hurt anyone. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. Nothing to worry about. No emotional stakes here. Everything's gonna be perfectly fine." He was like, I think that was a mistake.
I feel like Big Mom might go against those words.
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean,
she was real sugary this chapter.
It depends on whether she finds out Brook and Pedro are getting the poneglyph data or whatever.
I want vengeful Big Mom. Like there needs to be like bad shit going down, and then it needs to be like reach a peak, and then be solved because that's how satisfying arcs work.
What might happen is like things look like they could be going okay. Sanji will get Luffy and all the crew will be spared and sent away. Sanji will get married, and he's like, oh, okay. But then Luffy says something like really ticks her off, or something goes wrong with the food, and she goes into a frenzy. At the worst
that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. That's been foreshadowed heavily. It's gotta happen.
You know what would be interesting if somehow Chopper and Carrot have something to do with all the food missing for the wedding, and then Big Mom is like at the wedding and she goes insane and attacks everyone.
Yeah, maybe I forgot about those guys.
Could be like another Game of Thrones thing. Red
or
wedding,
maybe I mean this might. It'll be a red wedding when she's just mad. Or I mean I don't. Emotionally or like narratively, I don't know if this makes sense, but maybe Big Mom, like they would reach a resolution where like they agree, like, okay, Sanji, you don't have to marry her, like we make a deal. But then Big Mom realizes she doesn't get to eat wedding cake now and just loses her shit and fucking massacres everyone. That'd be funny. Great. That'd be a very Oda thing to do. But I mean, I was just thinking, even if this shit gets resolved, like. like, how do we deal from now on with the fact that, like, Sanji has formed, like, a real strong connection, you know, as, like, man and wife, as, you know, lovers, I guess, with Pudding. Like, you can't just ignore that now that that's been established. This is, like, heavy shit.
I mean, most more likely is that there is going to be some sort of alliance. Like, Luffy's going to go... because he's been fighting so long, he's like, I'm so hungry, and then Big Mom's like, hey, I like this guy, you know, something silly like that would get them to get off on the right foot, and then they talk about Lola, and they're like, oh, okay, you guys are okay, but Sanji's got to stay with us, and he's like, oh, they work something out, and then something happens with the others.
It's going to be resolved, of course. Sanji's not going to stay here, obviously. I'm just like, you know, Sanji, you know, being with everybody, like, shit's got to change. Shit can't be like, Sanji can't be like a fucking puss hound like he was anymore. I mean, maybe he'll just, like, divorce completely from Pudding, but I don't think that's likely at this point. I think he's going to, like, have a little flame for her now for the rest of the series, Frank. I think that they're just together. No matter what happens, no matter what, like, divorce shit goes down during this arc, those two are together forever, like, in the reader's minds, I think.
I think if anything, Pudding will be the one to tell Sanji to go. And like, no, you want to be there. You want to be with your friends, and it's like, it's okay, you know, that she'll be the one to let him. Because he's too much of a nice guy. He won't do it.
Hey, speaking of nice guy, you know what kind of pisses me off? I want to see Sanji go full, like, normal Sanji perv, like, heart mode. I want to see him, like, freak out about how hot Pudding is, like, after getting married or whatever, and then just go and just let her do whatever he wants. I want to see that shit happen. This is what I've been waiting for. I want to see him fuck Pudding, and Pudding love every second of it. He's earned it. We've earned it as readers. You have to show us that, Oda. Like, if he just stays, like, he's been so stoic to Pudding this whole time, which is understandable. Like, this is a tense fucking situation. But, like, I need to see some fucking love. I need to see some Sanji brand love. And how great would it feel, Hippo Man, for that to be, like, accepted by someone, for someone to, like, accept Sanji as a weirdo puss hound, instead of the entire fucking series, Nami just, like, punch him just for, like, you know, being hot, being sweet on cute ladies. I want to see someone embrace it. As a beta male cuck, I want to see that happen to someone. For the fuck's sake, Oda, let it happen.
Wouldn't it be cool if like, he goes like that, and Nami's about to punch him, but then Pudding stops Nami? That would be cool.
Oh, yes! Yes! Let that happen! Please, for the love of God, let Pudding, like, shut Nami down. I'm so sick of this shit where, like, Misty's been doing it with Ash for, like, 1,000 years. Or with Brock, I mean. Brock's interested in a girl, Misty just beats the shit out of him. Sanji's sweet for a girl, Nami beats the shit out of him. I want Pudding to beat the shit out of Nami when she does that, because she's like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? What are you, cock-blocking me for my husband? Fuck you, you slag. You're just mad because I got that sweet curly dick now. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, let it happen. Please. Please let that fucking happen.
Yeah, imagine if his pubes will curl one way.
I was thinking of, like, the spiral dick, you know?
I was also thinking of that, but then I thought, wait.
When he goes in, he has to kind of rotate his whole body to, like, get in, you know, and then rotate in and out like a drill. That's what, like, Simone. That's how a drill works. That's how sex works, kids. Oh God, what if I just love One Piece so much. I know I sound like a broken record here, but like, if you guys have, I hope you guys have all been on the same, like, emotional journey that me and Gib have for so long. It feels so good to, like, stick with something like One Piece for this long, and to be rewarded for having, like, I don't want to say faith. It's not faith, because, like, he's earned the trust we have in it, but just,
yeah.
It feels so good. I want everyone to feel as good as I do. That's why I hope people listen to the show and love it and fall in love with it. And I hope people can, like, hear the passion in my voice, even if they're not listeners, and be like, wow, I want to take this journey too. Because, like, the thing is, at this point, One Piece is so fucking long, it's going to take you months to get through it. So you will still get to experience the, like, Chapter 10, you know, like, what's a Shichibukai? Chapter 500, we finally get to see all the Shichibukai. Yes! Feels so good. And then, you know, shit with the Poneglyphs 1,000 chapters later. Oh, I love it. I want everyone in the world to feel the love. It's the best. It's the best.
I don't vocalize my passion for One Piece quite as much as Nate does, but I do really I love it so much. It's my favorite. It's my favorite thing ever. I really think I can't think of anything that I like more than that, more than One Piece.
Yeah, there may be things that temporarily are like more intense in my current love of them. Like, just for example, I just watched that anime music video Shelter, and I've been really into it for the last 3 days. It's made me feel a lot of feelings that, you know, are probably stronger than I felt about One Piece, you know, just over 15 years constantly. I didn't always love it that much, but like One Piece is like, it's like my best friend through life that's just been there for me and just continually gives me nice things. And it's so reliable. I mean, okay, it's not always great. I mean, Law was a mistake. Law was a mistake, but...
You betrayed the law.
Oh, no, Law. The law betrayed the me.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. I just hope everyone appreciates One Piece and loves it and cherishes it and is happy. I want everybody to be happy, so read One Piece because I think it's a good way to be happy and enjoy a fun story. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up on this roller coaster of an episode. You got any last points, Hippo Man?
No, not really. It's the best thing ever. I really like everything.
We said it all, man. This is on for fucking ever about this shit. Anyway, I think this was great. I can title the episode something about how the Poneglyph mystery unraveled or some shit like that. That'll be great.
The fuck out of it.
I'll clickbait the shit out of it, my man. All right, thanks for listening, everybody, and we will see you next time in the next podcast, which will be next week, hopefully. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah.